Hey everyone, this is Vishvendra Toma. I'm a software engineer at GeekyAnts, and in this video, I'm going to talk about AI agents, how do they work, and we're going to build one multi-AI agent researcher system with the help of CrewAI. So let's start with the video. So first start with the understanding of AI agents. Let me explain you AI agents in much simple and relatable way. So think of AI agent like a specialized team members in a company, each with their own skills, specified roles, expertise. They can work independently and also collaborate with each other. So this is how this is a simple analogy system of how agents work. AI agents are autonomous system using AI to perform task, analyze data, and make decisions. Now, importance of AI agent. Why do we need them? Because they enhance the efficiency and automate processes much better. We can build customer services bots, personalized assistants, and many more applications with it, and they have really good impact on productivity. Coming to the applications of AI agent, we can build many birds using AI agents. Healthcare applications, financial, retail, efficiency, gainer, cost analyzer, reductions. So we have a number of applications that we can build using it. Now, AI standards in this AI agents landscape, offering innovative solution for the domain management. A little bit brief about CrewAI is a framework designed to use AI in automating certain tasks. It uses a multi-AI agent system to in achieving such a thing. Let's do one thing. Let me just show you a practical, innovative way of creating one agentic system using CrewAI. So let's start with the first building multi-AI agent system. So first one is environment setup. So we need to install a couple of things, which is CrewAI, LangChain, and OpenAI. Once done with the installation, we have to import the necessary library. So this is the environment setup. Once done with these things, moving to the next one, which is the OpenAI API key. You'll need an API key. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to use OpenAI itself. You can use Cloud or any other system also, depending on the use case. Moving to the next step, which is here we start specifying our agents and formats. So to define an agent, just like we talked about in an introduction, each agent has a role, goal, and a backstory. So in a similar format, we'll define those agents here again. So let's take an example with the initial researcher. So this is an agent. We'll differ by that. It will contain a role, which will our role is a specified job that we want it to do. A goal is where agent aims to achieve, what agents have to do. A backstory is something which is a context. So consider understand is it in a way like a expertise of an agent, which is like backstory given to an agent, each agent to work upon himself based on those things. And verbose is something if you want to show the output of it. So to understand with the JavaScript terminology, it's like consoling the data while working. So then moving on to the step 3, which is the defining task. This is another crucial step of defining an agent. Once we define agent, then it's the task. So initial task, we have to define the task, and it will contain a description. Agent that we are using that we have defined previously, similar like that. Just accidentally press and double click. So once we have defined the description, so description will be a detailed task instructions, an agent that we have defined previously, and exported output. This is the way. This is the format that we want. This is the where we define the output format. So in what format we want to get the output out of it. So this is the format that we define the task. Once done with the defined task, we will create a task dependence. A task can be depend on on other tasks. For example, a dependency market analyzer can depend on market researcher. So and market content writer can depend on market analyst to write that content. So they can be multiple dependency on it. So we have to create a task dependency. Once created with a task dependency, we can assemble the Creo. So this is where we assemble all of the things that we have just defined previously. So in Creo, we'll organize agents, tasks into a coherent system. One such coherent system. Agents are defined, tasks are defined, and verbose true, which means we'll be getting the output. And the step 6 is the final execution process. We'll execute and kick off this thing. Now, this is the format which is being followed to specify any agentic system. Now, once we put all of this together and create a multi-AI agent system, how would it look like? So this is what it would look like something. So once done with an import of dependencies, here we'll define the agents. So we have defined around 7 agents: initial researcher, market analyst, technical analyst, data scientist, financial analyst, impact researcher, and report writer. So these are the list of agents, and followed by tasks that are done by each of those agents. So agents will have their description. Based on that, each agent will contain its role, task, role, goal, and backstory. And task will contain the description, agent, and expected output. Each agent will be used by a task and followed by a expected output. Each task agent should have an expected output, so that other agents that are followed by it should have an understanding of it. A same format should be followed in throughout process. Once tasks are defined, then we'll create a queue which uses a series, here we are defining a sequence of work order. And verbose true means we continuously get the output and we just kick off. So on running such a system, this is what we'll get an output. The agents will kick off. So initial researcher, that just like in an order we define, it will start kicking off. Initial research will do initial research, questions, key area search, then market research analyst, technical analyst, and it will keep on going with the agents, the format we define, data analyst and researcher. And once all of them are done with it, and we'll get a final conclusion answer by a final analyst. And here is the final conclusion. It is in a .md format, so it can be converted to a TXT format and can be used as a much more effective way to look into a perspective. So this is just like organization. This is what it's like in any organization which has multiple people working with different set of skills and collaborate with each other to pull out a common goal. So this is just like that. Another thing which can be used inside it is a set of tools. So if we need much more research oriented things, we can add many tools such as DuckDuckGo. We can use DuckDuckGo to directly search onto a web, or use LangChain tools to do further more researches about it. To keep it simple, I have not used to add it to them. So this is a basic format of market research analyst that uses multiple agents to work together, and this is the output. Hope you like this explaining these things. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And for more content, follow on GeekyAnts. Thank you.